morning and welcome to Cricket Green. It's the strangest of times right now, and I would normally be welcoming parents to visit the school, to come in, to spend time with me, sitting in my office here, to look around my school and meet my young people. But we're not in a position to do that right now, so I thought I might record something just to really say what I might say to you if you walked in the room. I think Cricket Green is an amazing place and it has real quality, and I think we keep children at the heart of everything we do. And we don't put a ceiling on children's learning. When they come in, we want the very best for them and we have high hopes. I come in here every day. I think it's wonderful. My staff come in every day. But I know for some of you, this is perhaps the first time you've come into contact with a special needs school, and making the decision to come and look at the school or to even consider it for your young child or young person might be quite a different thing. So I'll just tell you a little bit about what happens when you come into the school on a visit. So as I say, I would start by sitting here in my room, and I would be asking you questions. I'd be asking about your young person or your child, what they do, what their personalities are like, what they find challenging, but what they also find really easy, so that we can build on people's strengths and really build their characters. We want to know if your child is musical or sporty. We want to know everything about your child so that we can actually take them from where they are and grow them as young adults and human beings. So that will be my starting point with you, not selling you the school, not saying it's right for you, just absolutely asking about your child, which is the bit that I might have to do by phone in the future. We would then go and look at the school. So if you are a year 5 or year 6 parent and you are thinking of a secondary place, I would then take you to the top primary in my school. I would show you the young people who are here. We would go into year 7 and then we would go to the upper part of the school, and we'd look at the curriculum and we'd look at all the resources, we'd look at the specialist rooms. I would tell you that we follow the national curriculum, but we personalise it. I would tell you that our classes have 10 children in and 3 staff, so that we can always identify your child's needs, okay, and that we can support them where they need it. I would tell you that we're a positive environment that builds on strengths, and you would talk and see young people who are learning in this environment, and I hope that you would see that the children were living out what I actually say. I might then talk about going into the Key Stage 4 and the possibilities of maybe doing accreditation in English and maths, in science, in the arts. We would talk about Duke of Edinburgh, and we would talk about the residentials that we usually do in Key Stage 3. Again, a little bit on hold at the moment, but we will get back there. So that's what I would do if you were coming into our secondary department. We might then talk about, once you've got your accreditation at the end of year 11, your son or daughter might choose to go to college, or they might choose to stay on to our 6th form, which is very much a life skills curriculum. Those are choices for the future. If your child is much younger, then it can be more of a challenge. We would go into the classrooms and we would look at other children. The children who come in our early years tend to be those who have significant learning needs. They might not have developed communication. They might be in the early stages of that social skills and development. So we would go and we would see what the children were doing, and then we'd go and we'd look at children a little bit older and a little bit older. And because I've been here a long time, I'd be able to tell you about children who came in at 4 who couldn't speak, and who left my school articulate and searching for jobs. So there's never a ceiling put on youngsters. So if you come to me and say your child hasn't developed communication, we can talk about the variety of ways in which we do that. We can do it through signing, we can do it through speech, and we can do it through augmentative communication. So there's many things we can talk about, but it would be very individualised. I hope that by walking through the school, you would get a real sense of the family that is Cricket Green, of the way people connect, of the way the older children connect with the younger children, the real sense of community that we usually share in our assemblies, in our Christmas dinners, in our nativities, the whole sense of this being an experience of school just like any other, so that you're not stepping outside the education system, you're actually just stepping down a different route. I hope that you can see that. There's many videos on YouTube that we've made for pupils coming back, that we made during lockdown, which would showcase some of our children and some of the things that they can do. I hope that you visit those. And if you would like a follow-up phone call, then please don't hesitate to email the school or make a phone call, and I will follow this up with a personal phone call. This has just been an introduction, really. It's very static, it's not moving around the school, but it is really what I would say to you if you were sitting in my room. So I hope you consider it well, and I hope you think about it. And if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. And I wish you the very best of luck with your decision making.
Don't worry.